What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Makerspace with AriesEDC. I hope you guys are having a great evening. We're just going to hang out. I did have a guest. I had a Meet the Maker scheduled tonight, but that guest had some family issues and wasn't going to be able to make it, so you're stuck with me. So we're just going to hang out, chat like we normally do, and just regularly just hang out. Nothing crazy, but and I don't really have a whole lot to share with you guys. I got some cool stuff I want to share, but nothing crazy. And I don't want to give away too much on the knife builds because then you guys won't watch the video. So let's see who all is here though, because we can hang out. And I would like to do a giveaway, but we'll see how the evening goes. So we will see. So projectiles are sharp. Hello and welcome in. I hope you're having a good evening. Marco, Kathleen Smith, moderator and channel member. What is going on, Kathleen? I'm glad you got that package. Kathleen is the proud owner of a pedal, and she got her pedal sticker in the mail. So Kathleen, thank you. I hope you enjoy that. I didn't put together a sticker pack for this giveaway. If I do a giveaway, I'll have to do that. I'll just do that here. But Mick Ranger, what's going on, Mick? Cosmin? Yeah, we're not in the shop, so you have to wait for Thursday's live to see how many belts. I don't even know the answer to that because I just got more. So not even sure what the count would be. So I don't know. Jim Miller, moderator and channel member. What's going on, Jim Miller? How are you? I hope you're having a good evening. Marco, I might have said hi. Sean Field, what's going on, Sean F? Channel member. Thank you so much. Donnie Bless, what's good with you? I hope you're having a good evening. You do love it? Awesome. Well, I'm glad you like that. I know it was a long time coming, so thank you for being patient on that one. It took me a while to get that to you. AriesEDC or Bluminati. What's going on, Blue? Channel member and moderator. Thank you so much for being here this evening. Awesome. Kane'em Knives. What's going on, Kane? How are you this evening, channel member? Awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Very cool. All right. So, like I said, we were going to have someone come in, and then unfortunately they had a family emergency. But Music City Leatherworks was going to be my guest this evening for Meet the Maker. Unfortunately, he had some issues and wasn't going to be able to be here. So we'll reschedule and talk to him another day. But that would be fun. I really need to do better at picking people out for guests for Meet the Maker. I like talking to people and learning more. I've had several leather workers on the channel, and it looks like we're going to be doing some more. I know there's some knife makers that I want to bring back on. I know Corey Holly, who I've been friendly with. You guys, if you don't know Corey Holly Knives, you got to check out Corey Holly Knives on Instagram. Corey, I need to get him back on, you guys, because I don't know if you guys know, but he is trying to get off the ground his own knife company. So he is building a new shop and trying to get to the point where he can really up his production. To the point where he is just grinding knives, slapping handles on and going. So he's getting like new CNC machines and all kind of different machinery so that he can flip out new products as quickly as possible. So hopefully Corey, I can get back on here. When he's ready, we're going to talk all about it, but we could do that. Fire-handed knives. I'll write that down. Kane, I'll write it down. Fire-hardened knives. Fire Hardened. Are they on Instagram? I would, I'll check them out. Corey Pardue, yes. Corey Pardue, and he had mentioned about doing another collaboration project as well, Jim. And so we'll see. I would love to do another collaboration with him. So we'll see. Reach out to Alabama Knife and Tool. I'll write it down, my friend. Alabama Knife and Tool. And so he's on Instagram and YouTube. All right. I'll check him out. I'll check him out. Actually, let me see if I can find him now. Fire Hardened Knives. Let's do that. Fire Hard spelling. Fire Hardened Knives. Let's see. Search Fire Hardened Knives. I hate the search function on the computer. It's the worst. Fire Hardened Knives? Because it won't let me look at. Yeah, I'll have to do that on my phone. I'll have to do it from my phone. Fire Hardened Blades. Blades? Is that what it is? Fire Hardened Blades. Fire Hardened Blades. Let's try it. Let's see. No, that's not it. I don't know. I'll have to, I'll dig around on my phone. How about that? I'll dig around on my phone and I'll try to find them. But yeah, I will definitely try to reach out. He lives just down the road from you? Oh, Grizzle Bear does too? I need to get Grizzle Bear and I need to get Grizzle Bear and Terry. 19 or 1831 Leatherworks. I need to get him on too. Both those guys. But I've got a bunch of leatherworkers on, so I'm going to try to get somebody different. But I know Grizzle Bear Leatherworks does a lot of different stuff. Trouble Bunny? Yeah, I would love to have Trouble Bunny on if she's willing to come on. I mean, we all know she's been doing amazing work. She does amazing work. I can own up to that. She does some really cool stuff. That is for sure. So excited about that. Also, they've been doing beads, and they've also been doing worry stones out of kieranite. So they're making kieranite beads and the kieranite worry stones. So they've been doing a bunch. I've seen pictures of the stuff that they're doing. But yeah, Kathleen, I could see that. And you know, good old Donnie Bless is always welcome on. I don't want to interrupt his regular stuff. Let's see. Kane, you're sending me stuff. Let's see. Oh, FH Blade. Okay. Excellent. Here. Well, I don't want to pull his stuff up here. Yeah, man. I'll reach out, see if he's interested. We can I can check out his work, get some information on him, and then I'll reach out to him. Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool. What's up, Cliff? What's going on? Welcome in. Welcome in. I hope you're having a great evening. Yeah, man. No, I didn't want to hit you last minute with this. I wanted to. This happened like late yesterday evening, I was reached out to and found out that that person had to back out or had something going on. So I didn't want to reach out to you last second like that. Dwayne Letterman, what is going on? Welcome in. I hope you're having a great evening. So we'll get some more people on. But so this evening, you're just kind of stuck with me, and we're just going to BS a little bit. I can update you guys on some of the stuff coming in and out of the shop and doing some other things. Yeah, Blue, if you guys want to check him out, he's right there. Thank you very much for throwing that up. Kane sent me the link, so I will check that out. I'll reach out to him a little later. I don't want to blow his spot up or anything, or there's not much on his Instagram right now. So yeah, definitely check him out and see what he has going on. That is for sure. I'm going to pull it up on my phone. But I don't want to see, I want to see some of his work. Yeah, there's not a lot of pictures on here. So cool. Yeah, no. Stock removal, I'm assuming. Oh, yeah. That's some cool work. All right. Very good. Yep. I'll reach out. Get him on. Get somebody on. It would be cool. But absolutely need to get some more knife makers on. I like knife makers that have a fun story too. But it'll be awesome. Sorry, y'all grilling. All right, Donnie, no worries, man. You got to get the food going. Get that food going. Yeah, it's time for dinner most places. I've already done all that, and I'm ready for bed, to be honest with you. I'm absolutely exhausted, but we're getting it done here. We are getting it done. So I guess I could talk to you guys about the updates that are going on. Let's see. The September builds are flying. I have the 380 CRV2 blades here, and they've all been heat treated. They've all got their final finish, and I'm working on handles. 2 of them are sitting behind me, and they're ready to be glued up. So I've already worked on the handles and got them prepped for glue up. And then hopefully tomorrow I can get them glued up, and then we can work on the other one. And then Tuesday, I will probably finish all 3 handles for those. Fingers crossed. So we'll see how it goes, but it's turning out pretty stinking cool. I don't want to give too much away, but it'll be pretty awesome. Plus, the rest of the handle material for this month should be here tomorrow, so I'll be able to get all of those done. The stainless for September has been sent to Peters, and they have received it. So they're going to be hopefully this week, they'll get started on getting all that hardened and everything else. The micro and the Wesser, just as a reminder, I sent 2 micros, and the Wesser, which is a Urban Woodsman designed this thing, that has all been sent out to heat treat, has been heat treated, and I should have it back tomorrow. Jim Miller, are you listening? Tomorrow, I should have the micros back. So once I'm done with the 80 CRV2, that is the micro, by the way. Once I'm done with the 80 CRV2 blades or in a really good spot, I'll start working on those and getting them done. I have the handle materials. I have everything here for those. It's just a matter of getting that started. So that'll be cool. Old School Rocker, what is going on? Yellow heart red. Have a good night. Wonderful stress-free week. Yep. Absolutely. Thank you very much for popping in and saying hi. That is awesome. That's cool, Mama Loot. Yeah, Loot's a good guy. I need to get him some more stuff. I need to get him some more work. Is what I need to do. I need to get the micro in CAD I got to draw that up. I got to get the micro into CAD and maybe one other design for CAD for next year, so that when I'm doing my blanks, I order a large group of blanks at the beginning of the year, and that kind of lasts me the whole year. So definitely want to do micros, another batch of blooms, of course. And the rest of it will be kind of open. I don't know. You guys tell me. What should I do a run of? I want to bring Mark on. Yeah, I've thought about this, Jim, because originally it was Meet the Maker, and it was meant for people who get their hands dirty, in my opinion, and are making things. But maybe I should be talking to designers too, because I'd love to have Mallory Designs on. Loot would be awesome to have on, because he's getting his hands dirty with all the computer stuff and putting stuff into CAD. I love seeing what he's doing in the CAD. I have played with it very little, and ADHD kicks in, and I just can't sit there and play on the computer that much. So it's just not my thing. So, but I've thought about like having designers on, because you're still making. But I believe you, Jim. I'm not downplaying that at all, but I think you know what I mean by makers and people who are. But I guess there are different schemes of that. So I mean, because I've had Blue on, and by the way, I don't know if you guys saw my post, but how stinking cool is this? How cool is that? Come on. There they are. And you see that white thing right there? There's mine. That is mine to keep. But I have more. You know what that means. AriesEDC poker chips with the rock hopper. Giveaway, future giveaway items. Oh, yes. Yes. Blue is, yeah. I mean, I had him on because he is a maker, but I also wanted to secretly surprise him with the Raptor. But yes, no, absolutely, Jim. He's making all kinds of fun stuff. I have one of his poker chips too. So that is stinking cool. He made these for me. So he is definitely making some really, really neat stuff. The ninja creeps from the shadows once again. You always know it, Sean. Yeah, look at those. Pretty awesome. I got the AriesEDC poker chips with the rock hopper logo on the back. Come on. That's awesome. Yeah, Mick. I think they do look awesome, man. They look pretty stinking cool. And they come in these nice little containers that protect them, little protectors. And they come with like this a holder too. So you can fit them in the holder, and now you have a little display. So you got a little display now. So cool. Yeah, thank you to Bluminati. That was awesome. They do look awesome. Look at that. Sorry for putting that in crooked, but there we go. That's better. Dink. But I have mine sitting which way? Right over. Everything's backwards. Right here. Bink. Mine is mine. I need the rock hopper. Something fierce. Yes, Jim. Since you have a rock hopper, Jim Miller has a rock hopper, so you got to get the rock hopper AriesEDC poker chip. It is. They are awesome. They are awesome. I don't know if anybody else shared theirs because I wasn't the only person that got some, but that is awesome. They are freaking cool. They are freaking cool. So they all have the bases on them. Came with all the bases, and they all look cool. So I'm not telling you to do it, Blue, but if you want to, I'm not going to stop you. If you need the characters, let me know. If you need characters, I can send you some characters, or I could try to send you some characters. And you can work your magic, but I don't know how you did it, but I saw another. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't the only channel that he did it for. So listen, Illuminati Ninja is the man. This is why we like doing things for him, because he's awesome. Freaking awesome. He's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, that would be cool to have a Bloom or a Thorn, Tabiko. Yeah, those are all my characters. I don't have, I don't like Yokto. I don't have a character for everything, but Blue rocks. Yes, Kathleen. Blue does rock. He most certainly does. I just moved Dad's glass-topped case downstairs for my coins. Ah, that's awesome. I keep forgetting to bring the coin out here. There are, just so you guys know, there are 5 AriesEDC coins floating around there. Well, there's 4 floating around. I have 1. And if you remember, when I did the Yokto drop in the early 2025 or 2024. It was early 2024. I did the 4 orange Yoktos. And they all came with a brass AriesEDC and Yokto coin. So, yep. There are some coins out there. And I've thought about doing them. We talked, I think, last week. They're just super expensive to get started. Getting the mold done and everything else. Sean, what's going on, Sean? I hope you're doing well. I sent you pictures, so you should have the update. I rock. Usually to get out of the Mustang or a low chair. Gosh. That's funny. Oh, that is awesome. J1 Doobie, what's going on? How are you this evening? I hope you are doing well. Who else did I miss? Definitely want to get the laser powerful enough to do metal coins. Yeah, that would be awesome, Blue. That would be awesome to do metal coins. I mean, I have my AriesEDC coin that the maker or the designer of the Yokto, Tim Wayman, from Yokto Leatherworks. He's out of Germany, and he made those for me. And that guy is awesome. I need to reach back out. I haven't heard from him in a while. I'll make sure he's doing okay. But doing good. Awesome. Good, J1. But yeah, I just saw something recently, an advertisement on Instagram, because that's what I get all the time is advertisements for that kind of stuff, is to do coins. It'd be awesome to do. I would love to do some coins, but it's expensive to do. A couple $100 just to get the mold and then to get them. And I don't want it to be like, yeah, you can buy a coin. It's like $75 each just so I can get some profits. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. The poker chips are but the start. It took a bit of hit and miss to figure the settings out. Yeah, you were telling me you struggled a little bit getting all that. And I'm sure my logo is probably not the easiest one to probably try to figure out, unfortunately. But yeah, and then the rock copper, trying to get that into it black and white, I can only imagine, because that's how I etch all my logos into things. So, but I dummy them all down. You got to buy you a fiber laser. Yeah, he said the kind of laser, I forgot what it is. The something pecker. I don't remember blue. I did save it in my Amazon cart, though. I did put it on my list. Just another thing. I don't know where I'd put it out here. I'm sure I'd find a spot for it. Scott in, what is laser pecker? That's it. I knew it was a pecker in there somewhere. I left that wide open for you guys. That's too easy. Come on, low-hanging fruit. I'd rather poker chips than metal ones once the channel gets established or a special milestone. That very good. Yeah, that could be definitely Scott. Originally, I wanted to do something nice when every time somebody purchased one of my knives, they got a coin, but it just became too much. It was just way too expensive, and I would have to lump that into the price of the knife, and it would just be too. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to add all those extra fees onto that. So I just went away from it just because of the initial costs involved. And it's not like you can just buy, a handful. You got to buy a bulk, and that's a lot at one time. You stopped being a knife maker, and now you're a sales experience maker. Yeah, that's what you're doing. So yeah, I would rather just be a knife maker. I would much rather just stick to what I know. But yeah, I don't need any added things on my to-do list. That is for sure. We could definitely work out a deal for chips to go with your blades. Maybe Blue, I could talk to you about that. Coin is too much. Patches aren't a whole lot cheaper. Yeah, that's the other thing, Jim. So many people. I used to get a weekly message on Instagram, somebody that does PVC patches. Hey, would you like your design patches? Either patches or mosaic pins. And I was just kind of like, if you're looking at my work, a mosaic pin really doesn't fit my style. So I understand they're just trying to make a sale. And then there was a language barrier with the mosaic pin, and somebody was getting ready to ship it to me. And I'm like, no, I don't want your pin. And he just made one. Here, look, I made it for you. Look what it looks like. And I'm like, that's great, but I never asked you to make that. And then he got mad at me. I was like, dude, I don't want your pin. I was like, you do great work. I don't want it. That's what I ended up having to tell him. So, but yeah, and then I would get the PVC patches all the time. The patches are fun too. I mean, I have my patch wall right there. It's growing. I'm getting some cool patches to add to my patches. I should just leave the camera there. You can see the patches too. But yeah, I'm adding to the patch wall. Got some fun things adding there. I got my, you guys can't even see it. It's too dark, but I have my AriesEDC patch right there, made by Trouble Bunny herself. Is awesome. But yeah, we'll get some more guests on, do that, because just talking to me is boring. You guys know TNF news, and if you've been following the channel, you kind of know all the things that are going on. But I'm getting these September blades done, and I'm making pretty stinking good progress on these. This is a pistol, ADCRV2 acid etched tumbled, and it is now ready. We got nice jimping on it, and this one is ready for handles, and the handle material for this one should be here tomorrow. So hopefully it'll get here tomorrow. Between patches, Damascus knives of dubious steels, phony watches and perfumes, exotic wood dealers are very aggressive. Yes, they are extremely aggressive salespeople. The Damascus knife people are the worst. Gosh, it's like, how many accounts have you made? You're all selling the same thing. Yep. I love that knife. Yep. That one is looking pretty good so far. Looking pretty good so far. I don't know. I get pretty thin, can't Cosmin? I mean, that was pretty much as thin as it was when I heat treated it. So unfortunately, I do things backwards. I know I do, but I get it pretty thin. That's pretty thin. No, Urban. That's the pistol. That's a pistol. You have a Bloom harpoon. Yours is still at heat treat. Or actually, I'll have it tomorrow. I think it's being delivered tomorrow. We all need 3 knives of dubious imported mysterious Damascus. Nice and Valley. Nice and welcome in, my friend. I get 7 or 8 Pokemascus. I like Pokemascus. Friend request every day. That's crazy. That's a lot, man. And they're probably the same person. It's like the same 2 or 3 people. What's up, Urban Woodsman? No, yours... so Urban, yeah. This Nitro V will be back tomorrow, and the Bloom harpoon. You had the Bloom harpoon, and that's still at Peters. That got to Peters last week, so they just got him. So that's what you do. Matt Maurer, what's going on, Matt? What's going on? My patch company that I used hit me up for work, and I lost my house to a tornado. He was like, oh, sorry. Yeah, duh. Adventure 50, what's going on, man? Are you going live after my live stream? So make sure, listen, Adventure 50 is crushing it, guys. He's you're almost at 2,000 subs. You're going to surpass me very quickly, I can tell. My growth has been extremely slow. I finally got to 35. I got to 3,500, so I'm happy with that. But yeah, it's been extremely, extremely slow, which I'm not complaining. But remember, at 4,000, when I get to 4,000 subs here on YouTube, I'm giving away a blue Kubi Bloom. I'm giving away a blue Kubi Bloom. I'm just saying. I'm also giving away a Ferrum Forge Stinger. So we'll give away a Ferrum Forge Stinger. We're giving away some Mad Yucca Wax, the Mad Wax. Giving away a bunch of stuff. Stickers. Got all kinds of fun stuff. Got custom poker chips. Yeah. I'm giving away some fun stuff, guys. Giving away some fun stuff. I love the pistol. It's so cool, Aries. That just got added to the list of Airy knives I need to own right next to the spike. Yeah. So that is a pistol. One of the larger blades that I do. So this one's going to be pretty cool. I think Maddie has one. A couple other people have one, but yeah. This one was cool. It's going to have Admiral Blue Jute micarta. So if you're familiar with a bloom I just finished with the Admiral Blue Jute micarta, it's going to have that stuff in it. So boom, it's going to be right there. I'm doing 2 knives. Oh, wait, I have some. I think, where did it go? Oh, yeah, I have it. It's going to have this stuff. It's going to have that stuff in it. I think some of this fun blue jute micarta. So that'll be fun. Timmy! Eating a very late dinner and a long day of working at Grandpa's to get his house ready to sell. I'm going to sneeze. I'm not going to sneeze. I'm fighting it. Well, that's awesome, Tim B. Hopefully you're selling it. Maybe that's not good. I don't know. Hopefully you didn't overexert yourself. Make sure you are doing that. I'm back live again. Oh, what happened? Oh, you passed 2,000 subs last week. That's awesome, man. Congrats to you, Adventure 50. That is awesome. You, like I said, you're going to be past me in no time. I'm only at 35. You're going to be past me in no time. The way that you are growing, that's awesome. I wish I was better at stuff. I'm just not. Why is it not letting me? Why am I frozen? Yeah, I do the live Thursdays. I'm still going to do them. What is with this? Let's see. Oh, come on. Come on. What's happening? Hey. There you go. All right, if you guys can hear me, I still do my Thursdays live from the shop. I still do them. What is it doing? Yeah. I mean, that's pretty big. It should fit your hand fairly well. Their projectiles are sharp. Why is it doing that, man? All right. I don't know if this is any better, guys. There we go. But yes, I will still do my lives on Thursdays. I'm glad that will work for you. Projectiles are sharp. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this. YouTube has been trying to block legit comments all day. Really? I don't know what's going on with YouTube. I don't need to be in full mode. Just need to get back up to live. All right, very good. When do you get AEBL blades back from heat treat? Let's see. It depends. They just went out not too long ago, so they just received those last week. So it might be another week and a half before I get those back. I was traveling Labor Day weekend and couldn't do my live last week. All right, you're doing it back. My card is my favorite, specifically blue or brown, so that knife is going to be dreamy. Yeah, that knife is going to be pretty cool. It is for, because this is a books build, so the person who commissioned it is asking for that specific, so it'll be cool. All right, thank you. I'm sorry. Yeah, Goonies never say die, so I'm never going to say, I'm not saying die to this live stream right now. I am now strictly on my Wi-Fi, or I'm not even on Wi-Fi. I'm on my hotspot on my phone right now. So hopefully I don't know why I'm having internet issues at 9 o'clock at night. Does Peters stay in good communication with you? Yes. So I get a daily email. When I have a project at Peters, I get a daily update of what's going on. So it'll either be like this weekend said receiving. So I'll get a daily email of where those are. So I feel like those are going to come back pretty quick. So we'll see. I'm shipping you the T-Kill we spoke about on Thursday. Very cool. Yeah, Adventure 50. No hurry on it, but that's awesome. I would love to check out some more T-Kill. I think I also gotten a pass around on some T-Kill knives as well. T-Kill does some really great products. They mill their blades out, so that's kind of cool to me to see how that they do things, and they're able to pump things out in high numbers. But that is awesome. Thank you very much for sending that to me. That would be that. I look forward to checking them out. I've also signed up for a bunch of other pass arounds, and it'll be really cool. And for the first time in a long time, I actually don't have a lot of blades here from the pass around group, which is a little scary because then I don't have content, but I have so much content. I have, besides the knife build stuff, I have reviews and unboxings and all that kind of stuff, basically to the end of this month, all kind of scheduled already. So I've already done a bunch of videos and stuff that are going to be coming out here in the next several weeks. So be cool. But yeah, I am killing it on the builds. I'd show you the other two, but they're all taped up and ready for their handles. So I can't really take that tape off. That's a gargoyle harpoon and a hawk. Bink. So I have a hawk and that. And I will show you guys. That is going to be some pretty stinking cool Kieranite. Gonna be shiny. Gonna be shiny. Gonna be shiny. Gonna be shiny. Very cool. You love your 002? Yep. Yeah, everybody who has, the ones that I've had a couple piranhas in the channel, and I think I've had one other model, but they've been awesome. They've been awesome. Yeah, Sean, I hope you do. I really hope you do. But yeah, so I'm flying right now with the builds, which I'm really excited about. I'm excited to get those going. I'm in a good spot for the rest of the year. Wham EDC is excellent. Wham AD. Should I write that down, Jim? Wham EDC. What is Wham EDC? Wham EDC. Wham EDC. You got me on that one, Jim. You got me on that one. Wham EDC. What is Wham EDC? Warn EDC. Yeah, okay. Warn EDC. Sorry, my eyesight sucks. That R and the N, I don't have my readers on. I need to get my glasses looked at. These are bad. Oh, okay. Melissa Backwoods design is interesting because I personally am not a fan of the hole. So to be able to have a scale where you could take that off, that blade is much more usable for me. And it's that Warncliffe, that Warny type shape, like the micro, that I am a fan of. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun. The Melissa Backwoods design. Yeah, it is a good design. It seems very useful. I'm just not a fan of the hole. When you add the big hole at the back of it, I understand the purpose of it. I understand the tactical use of it. But it just, I don't know. It doesn't seem very comfortable to carry and is weird. But like you say, Jim, it's optional. I think, doesn't it come with like, you can remove it, or do you have to pay extra for the extra scales or something to remove it? Joseph S., what's going on, man? What's going on? How are you? I know I've seen them. I've seen them all over. But yeah, so yeah, I'm not a big fan of opening hole blades. That gets into a different realm of stuff. So anyway, so I want to talk to you guys about next year. I was talking to you guys a little bit. And I think I have a couple of blades I want to do for the rest of this year. It's optional, hole or no hole. Oh, well, when you buy it, I thought it came with like an extra pair of scales, or the hole was removable with the scale or something. So is it like you're in or you're out? Like you get a hole or you don't get a hole? Wow. This has turned into a very different conversation. but so for drops, like if I'm going to do a drop of blades, I want to do micros. I already know that's going to be somebody. You guys are probably going to want a drop of micros, and I'm going to do blooms, which leads me to 3 more. So I need 3 other designs that I'm going to do a large drop of. So we have the micros, a bloom, so blooms and micros. Your options are rock hoppers, thorns, thistles. What else do I have? Spikes and hawks. So spikes, hawks, thistles, thorns, rock hoppers. Cardinal XL, rock hopper XL. I forgot. I think I got those two in CAD as well. Spikes, projectiles are sharp says spikes, rock hopper or spike. The regular rock hopper, Jim. Assuming you mean the regular rock hopper. I still have two here. I'm going to be doing, I'm going to do two more before the end of the year because I still have these two I have to do. So I have these two rock hoppers that need to be made. So I'm going to be making these in November, December. I'm going to be doing those. This is AEB-L too, XL. Jim's saying XL, guys. He said XL. Don't know what at least half of them look like. How's that catalog coming along? Yeah, I know. No kidding, right? Right, Alex? I need to have the catalog. So we have Thorn. You should know what a spike is by now. Spike. This is a thistle. And the thistle. We have the Rockhopper XL. So, boom. Rockhopper XL. Or where did the Cardinal XL? Most people should know what the Cardinal XL is too. If you've been following the channel for a period of time, you should probably know what that is. But I should always know to take all this stuff out beforehand, and I never do. Where did my Cardinal XL? Oh, I know. It's out in the shop. It's out in the shop because I'm making one. I'm in the middle of making one. So we have the Hawk. You guys should know with Hawks by now. I just did the Hawks. So we can do Hawks. Some more Hawks. We are going to do micros, and we are going to do blooms. So we're going to do blooms and micros. So then we want to do spike, thorn, thistle, Rockhopper XL, Cardinal, Hawk. We can only pick 3 of those for right now. People keep telling you XL, but it's really small ADC fixed blades that are selling across the market in production knives. This is my point. That's my point, Kathleen. You made my point. A drop of something I don't have. Jeez. I don't think you have a thistle. I would like to do thistles. How about thistle? Thistle. It's 3.5. Nice little. Oh, where's my thistle? Oh, it's inside. I carried that today, by the way. Yes to a spike. See, I was discussing this with Miss Aries today. And if I look at my books, there isn't one design that's more popular than anything else. I think the most I've done is like gargoyles and hawks. And I think that was just because the hawk was brand new and I did a bunch of hawks. But it's just weird. Bloom or bloom harpoon. I don't know. That's 50-50, Urban Woodsman. I only have the bloom in CAD, though. I don't have the bloom harpoon in CAD. Because, I mean, I could cut and shape and do that, 6 of them, but it would be bad. Come on, say spike. Okay, spike. Fine, spike. One of them will be spike. One of them will be spikes. Although I struggled. That spike drop was not... I struggled with that spikes. I don't know why I struggled with spikes. But I'm going to be doing thorns next month. But they're going to be the 3-finger thorns. So the thorns have changed from this, where they kind of have a smaller 3-finger handle. So next month you're going to get these thorns, but now the thorn is more of a 3.5. So I added like 1/4 of an inch to that handle, which is just balances that out a little bit better than that. I don't know. That's hard for me to, it just balances it out a little bit more. So we'll be doing that. This'll do. This'll do. Yeah, maybe Rockhopper XLs, Cardinal XLs, Thistles, Spikes, Micros, and Blooms. We'll see. I don't have a Bloom XL. Oh, yeah, the Bloom XL too. Yep. There's the Bloom XL. Robert Feely, what's going on, Robert? I hope you're doing all right. Can you hold up the Spike and the Micro together so we can see the difference? Yeah. I mean, there's a huge difference in the two of these. I mean, the Spike's going to be a little bit bigger, much bigger overall than the Micro. That is for sure. I don't know how to hold it so you can see the whole thing, but yeah, it's much different. Much different. So we'll see what I go with. I can't do too many. Plus, I have to do some of the skeletonized models. Oh, I'm not going to do skeletonized models. I'm just going to do, I'm not going to do naked column. I think the column might be retiring. Another model that's going to retire is the column. And then just the mini gargoyles will be the skeletonized ones moving forward. So I have 2 mini gargoyles and 1 naked column left as well for this year. So I have 7 thorns, 2 rockhoppers, 2 mini gargoyles, and a naked column, all going to be made before the end of the year. So we'll do all of those things. So we'll see. Will you buy 1 or even 2 if they don't sell? We'll love the Spike so much. I will buy 1 or even 2 if they don't sell. We love the Spike. All right. Well, I know people love the Spikes, and I need to do it again. I just, for some reason, had a lot of problems when I was doing the Spikes this time. That drop, they fought me every step of the way, and I was glad to see them gone. I was glad to see them gone. I am, and I probably shouldn't even say this because you guys will get excited over it. I am shopping designs around too. And this is one of the designs that I'm shopping around to try to get into production. I'll throw that out there. With a different company other than Kubi. I'm trying to see if there's another company that wants to play ball. So a drop of mammoth molar, that's an expensive drop, Sean. I don't know if I'll do a drop of mammoth molar because that stuff is just so expensive and hard to get. So I don't know if I would do that. Did I get the Bloom Cliff into CAD? I don't know if I did. I could look it up. That's right. I could. Let's see. This is what I have into CAD. I have the column, thorn, thistle, cardinal, thorn, column, a bloom, the rockhopper, a mini gargoyle, the rockhopper, a hawk, a spike, and Cardinal XL. Yeah, so no, I don't have that one in, which is fine. Boom, boom. Back to there. I would love to see that, Aries. That would be great to see a production run spike. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I don't know. All I can do is shop around. I have a company that I feel like it kind of matches their aesthetic. So we'll see. I also, if you were on Thursday's live stream, you know what? If you don't try, the worst the company can say is no, or the worst they can say is nothing. But at least you can say you tried, right? There's a company that's doing a bunch of hawkbill type stuff. What the heck? I said, hey, I have this design. Would you be interested in doing it? We will see. Henry G, what's going on? Welcome to maybe I have service, maybe I don't have service, so I don't know. How about my gosh, a harpoon spike? I don't know about that. I don't know about a harpoon spike. That would be, how would that even look? Because it's supposed to be like a sax kind of a shape. I don't know how I could like dip this down, this top line. It's only wood. It can dip this top line down to create a little harpoon in there. I don't know. That would look a little funky. I don't know. Can't hurt to try. Yeah. What would you guys do if you saw a production talon? Production talons? I don't know. if all of my designs fall through and that gets picked up, that would just be amazing. But that would be pretty funny. It would be pretty funny. Production talent. What? I don't know. That would be pretty ridiculous. Yeah, right, Jim? I mean, like I said, what's the worst they can say is, yeah, we're not interested, or they just ghost me and don't get back to me. The way I'm a little different than all the other designer, or I guess content creator designers. Where I differ is I'm actually making them. So you guys still benefit because I'm still going to be making them and trying to put them out as much as I possibly can, besides like talons, but I'm still going to make them. I just tried to get them out in production so that you guys have the option of owning one of my knives that is in production, like the Bloom in production. And many of you have purchased one and seem to enjoy it. So that is cool. Robert just got his 3-feather EDC sheath for his custom AriesEDC Bloom, and it also fits his production, which is cool. I guess that's one good thing about the 3-feather EDC is that it fits both the custom and the production. Or maybe they react like the custom pins guys. Well, yeah, maybe. Hopefully they don't just steal the design and go with it, but it happens. It might look cool with a harpoon, and it's definitely worth a shot. I'll doodle it out. Projectiles are sharp. I can doodle it and see. That's not much of a change from what you're getting now. No. He loves it. He sent me pictures, guys. He knocked it out of the park. He knocked it out of the park. And next year for the books, that's going to be an added option at a cost. At a cost. You're going to be able to get, I think I talked about this last week. You're going to get an option. Your option is going to be a brown leather sheath or a black leather sheath, a pocket dropper with a clip, or one with two holes that you could do a loop for, or an ulti clip, or whatever clip you just so choose. So those are going to be your options. So you can pick brown or black, and pocket dropper or that. So however you want. And then when I'm done making your knife, instead of me making a Kydex sheath, I'll send it to Sean with 3 feather, and he will do his magic and make it absolutely awesome. Bloom XL would be cool too. Well, I could see if Kubi wants to do a larger version of the Bloom. What's funny is when they started sending me the initial information for the Bloom, they sent me some dimensions, and the dimensions basically was large. I think it was actually bigger than my Bloom XL. Let me get the wooden blank so you guys can see it. It was actually larger than the Bloom XL, which was laughable. And I had to be like, whoa, wait a minute. No. This is the measurements. But yeah, so a production Bloom XL would be pretty stinking cool. And I know you guys probably want to see the difference, but there's your Kubi Bloom. And then that would be the Bloom XL. So it just stretches that blade out just a little bit to almost 3 inches. So it's basically a 3-inch blade, but it gives you a pretty big handle. So I could see if Kubi wants to play ball with that. Once we're done with the Rock Copper and Thorn, which I haven't gotten any updates on that. The last update I got was they're in production. So who knows? Tomorrow they could be on Kubi's website, as far as I know. I have no idea. So we'll see. So once those come out, if we want to do a larger version of the Bloom, maybe that could be something I work out with Kubi to do. A Talonpoon? No, come on. There's no room for a Talonpoon. I like that. I like the nice curve and everything else on that. If I was to add a poon to that, especially like, you don't want the poon way back here. Like, it would have to be like way down here. That would be a little funky. That's way outside the box. That might be too far, Sean. You might have gone too far. I carried my Bloom today. Love it. Thanks, J1. That's awesome. Thank you very much, man. I'm glad you enjoy that. I love mine, but I'm a little biased. Just a little bit. I was thinking the same thing. Next spring, I'm going to bother you, Aries, about doing an XL version of the Wesser, a.k.a. the Worser Wesser. Well, maybe. We'll see. We'll see, my friend. I like the smaller stuff, and I'm not a big fan of the big stuff. So I don't know how much bigger you want to go with that. But I agreed to do this one because it kind of falls into what I like to do. So, and it's going to turn out pretty cool. I wish I could take these scales off. Do these come off? By the way, Urban, do these come off? I want to take these off so that when I build the scales for your Wesser, that I could do that. If not, I'll have to draw it out around the knife, which is going to be a pain, but that's okay. The Bloom XL, I don't see why they wouldn't. We'll see. Kubi's, their products are amazing. I am neurotic and like to get updates. That's why, like, if you guys have gotten on my books and you've gotten a custom from me, at every step of the way, I'm giving you guys updates just because that's what I would want. I've been ghosted by a custom maker who just went months without telling me what was going on, and it was nerve-wracking. And then when I did reach out, he gave me the runaround. So if you're on my books and I'm building you a knife, you're getting every step of the way, you're getting an update on where I am with everything. So been carrying my Bloom all weekend. Yes, of course. Why would you carry anything else, Robert? Of course, you have your custom Bloom and a Kubi Bloom. So that's awesome. Thank you, my friend. Seems like just extra jimps rather than a harpoon. Yeah, basically. just keep adding jimps. I had a Kubi Bloom. I loved it, but I had a friend who loved it even more. So he got it from me, and I need to get another one now at some point. Well, yeah, man, they're available on Kubi's website, but I know everybody likes to wait for White Mountain Knives to get them. I don't know when they're going to get another batch of them in, especially with the new tariffs and everything else that are going on. But every time I reach out to White Mountain and ask, they don't really answer me. So I don't know if I've pissed some people off, but it seems like nobody wants to talk to me. That's fine. I don't know why. I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did to people, but it seems like I've pissed off a bunch of people and nobody likes to talk to me. Nobody wants to give me any updates or any info. They just don't answer my emails and don't want to talk. So I don't know. I must have pissed some people off somewhere along the way. I don't know. There's no excuse for a custom maker not to stay in touch. Production companies in China are a different story. I'm not sure even the really big. No. I've talked to KC and it's the same. He gets the same treatment. It's just frustrating because you want to know. I wanted to know on the Bloom. I wanted to be ahead of it. I wanted to be like, make it a big deal. Hey, these are going to be available. And then one of you guys reached out and was like, hey, I saw your knife on Kubi's website. And I hadn't even announced what company I was working with. And I was like, what? On my phone, freaking out. And now it's on their website. And now when it comes to fixed blades, I'll give it to Kubi. If they didn't like me, on their website, they have a picture of the Bloom for fixed blades. And instead of having it on the Kubi side where it says Kubi in the person's hand, they have, boom, my maker's mark on there. I mean, if they didn't like me, they wouldn't have it front and center like that. I don't know if you guys noticed that. I think it's freaking cool. So hold on. We're going to pull that up because I'm a weirdo. Look at this. Come on. Fixed blades. Let's look at fixed blades. Come on. You ready? You ready for this? Boom. Come on. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, look at it. Look at that. See? If they didn't like me, why Why would they have the Kubi showing? Not my Maker's Mark. Come on. That's awesome. And just for giggles, I'll go on there and search rock copper or thorn every once in a while too. Just because. I use 3mm spray glue to hold on the scale so I could shape them on the belt sander, and then hand sand. I couldn't get them apart by hand, but I didn't try using. No, that's all right. I'll make it work. I'll make it work. I'll make it work. I got roughly the shape of that, so I got it. I got it. I'm gonna make it work. I just bought the new budget Couture Yakuza from White Mountain Knives. What is that? Let's check this out, Robert. White Mountain Knives. White Mountain Knives. No thanks. Get all the pop-ups to go away, and then I'll share my screen. What was it? The Couture Yakuza. Let's check that out. Yakuza. Oh, yeah. That thing is pretty sick looking. Let's share the screen again. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Close that out. So which one? You got this one? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Look at that. Compound grind with the hollow, and then flat little taunt with the nice wedge, opening hole. Interesting thumb studs. I like the thumb studs on that. Check that out. Little thumb studs are a little bit different. I like it. Is that 14C, G10, and carbon fiber? Is that not carbon fiber? I wish they would give more. There's like no description on this thing at all. They have not put it in. They must have just gone up today. They got the black. Let's check out that one. That nice acid etched finish. It's kind of a darker finish. There, that one's a little bit better. Yep. You got the carbon fiber bolster, G10, acid etched, that hollow ground. I like the thumb stud. I like the thumb stud. That's different. As long as they nailed it and it doesn't have like too much of a rough edge, that's cool. Interesting option there, Robert. 119 bucks. There you go. And I'm sure there's a code somewhere. To the point will probably get you the number 2. The point, Tim B's will probably save you 10%. So they are still available. That's pretty cool. Very nice. Thanks, Robert. Thank you. Roger Baker, what's going on? I hope you are doing well, having a great evening. I think most of the production companies and retailers are bad about communicating, and they are. It's just one of those things in Valley. They don't like to put out information, or they're just like, okay, boom. And I feel like these companies seem like they're really big, and I bet you they're just like mom and pop, little small production companies that are all like, if you've watched Aldo's live stream talking about how the Chinese companies do it, all of the Chinese companies, Best Tech, Kubi, Concept, all of the big Chinese companies, they're all in one city. They're all in one city. And they all just, I share the same equipment, and I bet you they're all just in one city. And that's all they do is pump out knives in that one city. So you got the black with the satin blade. That's awesome, Robert. Excellent choice. Very cool. That's awesome. But so yeah, I'm just, it's part of it is me. I'm not very patient, but I like to know because I would like to tell you guys, hey, guess what? Tomorrow, check Kubi's website. The rock, copper, the thorn are going to be available. Blah, 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 blah. White Mountain Knives is going to get them. Here's my code. Like, I tried to become an affiliate for that company, and my affiliate code is like, I filled out all the information, I sent it, and it's still being on hold, and it's been months, and I still haven't heard back. And the only contact information for that is the same person that I've been talking to over there. So I don't know. I don't know. I would love to visit Taiwan to see all the knife making plants if allowed. Yeah, it's just one city, Scott. You wouldn't have to go far. That's for sure. Good question. I talked to Aldo, just checking in on him, and he pretty much has all of the tariff issues taken care of over there. So we, being me and Aldo, are supposed to be getting a prototype. Once both of us get a prototype in the hand and we give our opinions and our feedback of things we would like to change, then once that happens, then they're going to go into production. But he's still dealing with a bunch of shipping stuff. Being in Africa, that's probably another challenge. But yeah, so he's dealing with a bunch of stuff, and hopefully that did slow that whole production down. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm not allowed to share pictures with you guys as much as I would love to share some pictures or some renderings of that. That would be awesome, but I not ready to share those pictures with you guys. I would love to, but I'm not ready. Maybe once I get the prototype in, then maybe we can start sharing some information on that. I don't know what the price is going to be or anything. I am hoping it's in a stainless. I would like for it to be in at least 14C. I know that they've worked with that in the past. I know that he had talked about doing a budget option and then doing a more premium option as well. So fingers crossed. I just know that he has hit a ton of roadblocks. Knowing they exist is cool with me. Yeah. As soon as I'm ready to announce it, guys, I will get it out like I did with the blooms. As soon as I knew they were available, I hit everything that I could. I went live. I did everything to make sure you guys knew that these were available because I want them in your hands. I want feedback. I want you guys to be able to have that. Not everybody has the patience. Not everybody has the budget to be able to afford, one of my customs. So I want to be able to provide you guys with other options. So being able to provide you guys with a production version that is pretty much dead on to the custom is awesome. And I'm hoping to be able to do that with the rock copper and the thorn. I do have a rock copper here, but it's definitely far from what the production version is going to look like. But that is the rock copper. But this is mine, custom, obviously, rock copper. For those of you who have not seen it, that's my Damascus rock copper with the Bolivian rosewood, the copper pins, copper liners, rounded spine, rounded handle, custom bead. Yeah. Thanks, Blue. We'll see you later. I can't believe it's already almost 9:30. Jeez, where did the time go? It just flies by. But, yep, that's what that's going to look like. But the production I will say the production rock copper is going to look a little bit different than this. Blade shape is the same. They did take some creative freedoms on the handle, which I was cool with. I was cool. They looked cool. How much of a language barrier affects communication with these foreign knife makers? Does that slow the design process down some? It does with little things. I mean, I will say the person that I talked to at Kubi, he's pretty good. He understands some stuff, but there was some back and forth with a couple different things just to make sure it was clear. Like you sign, when you're doing a collaboration like that, you do sign a contract. And I was adamant that, I mean, obviously for protection, they're saying, this is our design now. You can't go to this company over here now and have them do the same knife that we are, which of course any smart company is going to do that. But I was like, okay, I understand that, but I'm going to make them. So there needs to be something in the contract that says I'm going to continue making custom blooms as well. And they were like, oh, it took them a while to understand what I was trying to say, but they got it and they wrote it into that contract pretty quick. So, and then of course the issues with the measurements, but that was like millimeters to inches, and yeah, it got a little confounded, I guess you could say. So anyway, it all got worked out, and it all ended up great. So what is this? What is this? What is this? Anyway, yes. Communication is always going to be an issue, though. Obviously. But I'll say they're really good at communicating. They're good once you get a hold of them. They understand. Of course, you're not going to have a big, long message of information. It's just really short and to the point. But, yeah, I haven't heard back from them. I email them every month. And I haven't heard back from them in about 4 months. 3 months, 4 months. Yeah. It's been like June, July, since I talked to them last. And it's in production. Gotcha. Whew. Man. So that is what it is. Oh, man. So we will see. We will see what comes of it. We'll see what comes of it. So what I have on the channel, I have nothing really on the channel. All the knives that I've done reviews for, all the knives that I need to do reviews for have all been done and have all been sent out. So there's quite a bit of knives that I have been getting in and to do that. But like I said at the beginning of this live stream, I have content coming out basically for the rest of this month, except for the knife builds. That's ongoing. I'm still working on editing videos for Wednesday. So that stuff will all be coming out. But I have a ton of content coming out. The only thing that I have here on the channel that I need to do a review for is this, and this is the Woburn X4. So this is the only one I have here to do a review for, and this thing is pretty stinking cool. It is not necessarily going to be EDC size like the X or the G5, like that's the G5, and here's the X4. So obviously you have a much larger size comparison for that. But this is going to be a really cool kind of a tactical thing. Always wondered how it would be. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting, that's for sure. You have to be patient, and I'm not really good at being patient. Jim Cox, what's going on, Jim? Welcome in. Yeah, I'm not patient, especially because I make them. So I'm not patient. I'm really not patient. What's up, Jim Cox? I hope you're doing well. But I have the Woobin here. It has many different options. So you have the lockout option, and then you have the front, which is that. And of course, you have the button and the dial like you do on the G5. So you have that light that goes on the front, and then you have the dial to boost it up and to boost it down however you want. And that is where you guys do that. Then you have the color. The color is on this. So the color is not on the front anymore. The color is here. And then you still have the dial on the side to change the color that you want. So we have the yellow, you have the green, blue, purple, red. So you have all of the different colors to choose from. So that is cool. Then you have the next switch up, which is the front light. And of course, that's when you're going to get boom. And you have the dial going up to 1200 lumens. And this thing is super bright. That thing is super bright. So I'm not going to blind you guys, but it a little bit, Jim. It's not crazy. It's not crazy complicated. It just has the little switches, and then you have like a little night light that is a very soft light that is just kind of cool. So, and you have all these things, and then you have the panic button at the back, which goes straight to kill them, blind them mode. So, and then it's magnetic on the back end too. So it is, I will say the magnet could be a little stronger. This is kind of it does have some weight to it. So the magnet could be a little bit stronger. I've had the X4 for about a month. I showed it on a live stream, but Woobin asked me not to post a video until it officially drops. Oh, they sent it to me. They asked to send it to me. They didn't say anything about not sharing content. I've already posted something and I've talked about it, but I don't know. I don't know if Woobin follows me, but they asked me to take a look at it. I just got this last week. I don't know. Oh, well. Looks like a very complicated light. Yeah. There's a lot of different features, Jim, that's for sure. So you got to know it does take a little getting used to. I mean, like this is a much easier thing. The C3. So I have the Woobin. This is the Woobin C3, and it's just the button. It's on. You can cycle through strength and then go back to 0. You turn it off. So if that's the kind of flashlight you want, then they definitely have that option as well. This is just a great all-around handheld tactical camping night light, 1200 lumens as well. So really great light. So if you're looking for something just simple and easy, definitely check out the C3 for, I think, $30. You really can't beat that. Come on. You can't beat that. The blind mode needs to sound like a lightsaber when you hit it. And then it does the strobe too, which, yeah. So it does the strobe, which I'm not going to show. That's as much as I want to show. But yeah, so just hitting that back end, you can go to that. And this puts out a lot of light too, that front. So I got to do the review for that. But when I do the review for flashlights, I like to take them out into the back pond area there and go gator spotting, which happened very easily last time. You think Big Red has reviewed one? Yeah. Woobin reached out to me on Instagram. They sent me these two. They sent me this one and the C3. And they reached out and they were like, hey, would you like to check out the X4? And I was like, sure. They never stipulated a time frame of when I could put out content or anything else. So I have no idea. I have no idea on that one. But yeah. Well, I'm not too worried about it. I mean, I was just walking up to the water, and as soon as I got close enough, you could see the eye shine. And usually they're not. We don't get terribly large ones in that pond, so just little guys. So I'm not really worried about it. I'm not worried about alligator. I'm a Floridian. I ain't no scared no gator. I'm not scared of any alligator. Any gator. Let's see. How many people? 25 people watching. Dun, 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 dun. 20 people watching. 24 likes. Yeah. The Kickstarter backers got them early. That's why they asked me to hold off on dropping the video this week. All right, cool. Yeah. Like I said, Adventure 50, I did it. I appreciate you showing the lights outside in the dark. It really gives you a better perspective of how bright. Yeah. I mean, you're buying a flashlight. You should probably see how the flashlight works. I mean, I could sit here and go like this all day. It's great. Look how bright it is, but you want to see how bright it is. If it's 1200 lumens, what does that look like? Well, can I show it off in the trees? Can I do all that? Yeah. So I know I appreciated flashlight reviews that showed it in the dark. So just don't step on a moccasin. Yeah, I'm looking for the moccasins. I want to find a moccasin. That would be awesome. Where's Kathleen? Why does it always go back to that? Big Red just did video on a workhorse. Okay. Maybe. I don't know. It's funny. I got reached out to by another flashlight company too, but they said they were going to send me something and I haven't gotten any tracking or any. I have no idea. So I don't know. I don't know why I'm all of a sudden the flashlight guy, but I'll take it because I'll start using them for giveaways. Some of these I'm going to give away to family, but I might, I'm going to probably give Bryn, I need to see if she has a good flashlight. Maybe I'll give her this, the Through Night Catapult Mini Pro. I won this on KC's live. Once I won that on a KC live. I'll see if she wants that or one of the Brynites that I have. Oh my goodness. I could give her one of these too. So as long as I have some here, it's always good to have some good quality flashlights, especially when you live in a hurricane state, because you never know when the power is going to go out. We used to, yeah, that's easy to do. That is for sure. I can torture some people, that's for sure. I always knew the people not to go near at certain times if I had a snake around. But Yep. Dang, head is throbbing. Gonna lay down. All right, Mick, you have a good evening. I'm gonna finish this up here in a little bit anyway. I'm gonna, yeah, I need to call it a night too here. I'll give it a go another maybe 10, 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna call it later on this one too. Architecture students were easy targets. Yes, absolutely, Jim. Absolutely. Ooh, Pixel just shed too, so he's looking all nice and clean and shiny. That is for sure. I need to get it all out of his cage. Yeah. Pixel just shed. He's looking all nicey nice. So it's always fun. I used to, when I had Max, my big Dumerals boa, who is about 8 foot, and she would have a perfect shed, like big full shed. I'd show up to places with that big shed, and especially at like work, just lay it out on the table. That'd freak some people out. Fingers has some cloudy eye as well. Oh, okay. I got you, Alex. I got you. Took me a second. I was like, wait, what? Going into shed, when snakes go into shed, their eyes get a little milky white because there's a scale that covers their eye. So, and that they shed their eye. Wink. I don't post reviews of anything, but I was contacted by Brynite to give reviews on lights. Yeah, but Brynite just wants you to do the review on Amazon. So you can purchase the light, and they, as long as you do the review on Amazon, that's what they're looking for. They're very nice. The person, I think it's Winnie, is the rep for Brynite. She's very nice, very super nice. And they're just interested in doing they want you to do an Amazon review more so than YouTube or anything else, which I would think the YouTube might drive more sales maybe, but I don't know. Yeah. Well, most snakes get they get a little bit more scared because they, like I said, their eyes glaze over, so it's harder for them to see. So yeah, they get a little bit more scared. They get scared much easier when they're going into shed. So that's what happens. Like I don't really mess with the snakes too much when they're in shed, just because I know that they're in an awkward state. So I just kind of leave them alone. They can see a little bit, but yeah, they really can't see well, so they get a little bit more testy. I'll say testy. This is true. This is very true. Very true. Very, very true. Oh, man. So let's see. We talked production. We talked drops. So next year, 2026, we're going to do a drop of micros. We're going to do a drop of balloons. Those were my two choices. I mean, they're all going to be my choices. We'll do a drop of spikes. We'll do a drop of rock hopper XLs. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And a drop of thistles. No hawks. No hawks. You guys don't want no hawks. No hawks. I'm going to be shopping. I've actually been shopping this one around for production as well. I would love to see this company do it. It's a U.S. company, but I don't think they're going to play ball, which is perfectly fine. But yeah, we'll see. But I'd love to see the Hawk in production on a company too. The problem that I see with this design is there's a lot of designs that are very similar. So I don't want to put something out that other companies are already kind of doing. So I don't know. I have to really be strategic with which companies I reach out to do that. We'll see. Goondogs, what's going on? Thank you. Thank you. Goonies never say die. I don't know, Jim. I didn't bring it up. Jeff Bezos' divorce losses have entered the chat. Oh, no. I just caught a 4-foot timber rattler in my backyard last week. He was a little testy. Yeah, when you catch them, they get a little testy. That is for sure. I don't know why. It's so funny how the conversation ends up deteriorating to snakes every time. It seems like every time it deteriorates to snakes. That's funny. Who else is live right now? Is anybody else live? Am I the only person? I can't be the only person live right now. The only person live. What's up, Baptism? What's going on? Oh, man. What time is it? It's 9:47. Jim. Thanks, Jim, for doing that. Edgy is live? Okay. Does he have a shirt on? I'll have to make sure he keeps his shirt on. Let's see. Yeah, don't forget after mine at 10 p.m. Mr. Adventure 50 himself is going to be doing that. And he's going to be doing a giveaway. That's awesome. I should probably do more giveaways, guys. I should do more giveaways. I don't like advertising when I do. But anyway, we would have probably, we're just fine. I don't mind talking snakes. It's just funny how we get there. It's just funny how we get there. Oh, man. So let's see. I want to put together a little something. Some people do too many giveaways, not sure how they do it. I don't know. People buy stuff and then they do it specifically to give away. I have decided that I have some blades that I want to start doing giveaways for. Maybe next week. Next week I'll do a giveaway, okay? Next week I'm going to do a giveaway. I'm going to give away a pickled steel. I'm going to give away a pickled steel. How about that? Next week, how about I give away the pickled steel Berserker? I'm the only one who got one of these, by the way, and I don't even know if they're still available. Kelly's Mishmash, I haven't seen her in the chat at all. So the Berserker S, a really cool option from Pickled Steel. So I think next week. Thank you, Kathleen. Thank you very much. That means a lot. We used to have blue racers in Michigan. Such pretty snakes. Yeah, the blue racers are very beautiful. Yeah. Thank you. That means a lot, Kathleen, because I don't do giveaways. And I feel like the slow growth of the channel and the low attendance at some of my live streams is just because I don't do a lot of giveaways, or I don't advertise giveaways. So I don't know. But next week I'll do a giveaway, okay? Hold me to it. Hold me to it, Jim. I need you to Jim Miller, you are my master moderator. You're always around. Tim B, if you're listening still, you guys got to hold me to it. I'm going to give away this next week, okay, guys? With some stickers and the AriesEDC Rock Copper poker chip made by Bluminati himself. So one of these and that G10, G10 Pickled Steel Berserker in D2. And Pickled Steel does a great job heat treating their D2. So it's a small one, but I will tell you, I'm the only person out of all the people that got Pickled Steels when all the Pickled Steels came in. I'm the only one who got this knife. And as far as I know, it's the only one. And I don't even know if they're available on their website, but that one I'm going to give away, okay? And I'll put together some stickers and the poker chip, and I got some really cool sticker packs and stuff. And then, but I really want to do 4K, guys, 4K. When I get to 4,000 subs, and I'm under 500 subs away from it, I'm going to do a big giveaway. I want to do a big giveaway. So I have a Kubi Bloom is going to be the main giveaway for that. I have some other Pickled Steels. I have some Bokers that I would like to give away. Some high-end Bokers. How about this? I'll give away that guy. This was from Boker, and I don't even know if they're available right now. But Nitro V button lock, really cool one. But when I get to 4K, guys, I have some knives here I want to give away. I just got to get to 4K. So spread the word about the channel. There's a lot of new people that still don't know who I am, or that I make knives, or the content that I'm doing. And I am really trying to push the content, push doing new things with the flashlights and all the other stuff. So that'll be fun. Pickled Steel D2 is excellent. Yeah, Jim Miller won a Freja. You won a Freja, didn't you? You won a Freja from me, and that thing is awesome. For just a beat up work knife for $20, you can't beat that thing. Thanks, Roger. Spam comments and infighting over giveaways kind of suck. Yeah. As Jim puts it, you disappear pretty quick when you start pulling that in my live streams. I am all about new people coming in, and I give them just enough rope to hang themselves. But as soon as they do, whack-a-troll, it comes down. Thanks, Matt. Yep. The Kubi Bloom. I'm going to be giving away a blue version of the Kubi Bloom when I get to 4,000 subs here on YouTube. So I'm trying to get there, hashtag Aries to 4K, but we'll be doing that. But yeah. Just like that one. Yep. You had the red one. You have the SWD version of it. So very stinking cool. And I can see I'm all pixelated and everything else. So they don't usually need any rope. Yeah, no. They come in strong, and then they shoot themselves real quick. So, yep. So, all right, guys. I, again, thank you so much for coming in. please watch tomorrow's video. Tomorrow's video is working on the ADCRV2 blades. I have the 3 ADCRV2 blades. I will share this one off. This is the pistol, or this is a pistol, acid etched, tumbled ADCRV2, and we are already working on the handles on the ADCRV2 blades for the month of September, and these guys are going to be getting done fairly quickly. So hopefully you guys are doing that. Thank you guys so much for everything that you guys do, and the support of the channel is great. So thank you. Make sure Adventure 50, 10 p.m. in 5 minutes, he's going to be starting. So go check out Adventure 50. He's doing a giveaway. So go check him out. So thank you guys. Please remember, subscribe, like, leave a comment, or not. That choice is always yours.